Hey guys, John Thompson Brews here, and today is my week 3 and 4 review of my only beer diet. Smile. So today is my week 3 and 4 review of my only beer diet. Week 3 was mostly uneventful. That's why I kind of didn't do one. Week 4 was slightly more. Basically, here's what's been going on during those times. Week 3 actually had a lot of energy and it was basically just a normal week. I had some friends over on the weekend. They wanted to do their podcast. Go check out A Couple of Pints on Instagram and anywhere podcasts are formed. I think an episode of that will be coming up very soon, so go make sure to check that out. I did a little tractor work, I did a little lawnmower work, getting some things around the house just done, and that was basically it. I think I changed the lawnmower blade. Nothing like happening. My body felt pretty normal. I was making some really good food, actually, surprisingly, even though I couldn't eat it. My wife said it was some of the best food I've ever made. So yeah, there was that. That was basically all of week 3. It just cruised by. But then there was week 4. Now week 4 was really when things, I guess, got interesting. And by interesting, I mean week 4 was when I personally noticed like a change in my physique. You ever notice that, like, when you're working out or doing something interesting, that because you see yourself every day, say in the mirror, you don't notice the slow change until a long time later, and sometimes you actually don't? This is when I started noticing a physical change in me. I started noticing that clothes were fitting differently. I started noticing my face was a lot thinner. I could tell I lost weight. So that was kind of interesting, and a weird psychological thing started happening of the idea that this is a great way to lose weight. And anytime I go and eat a lot of food, say Thanksgiving, or I'll just fast and then I'll lose the 10 pounds back. It's totally cool. That is a huge misconception. Do not do that. Again, I didn't fall for that, but my brain was kind of like tricking me, and I was going into like a weird place for, really only like an hour of thinking. But I just thought that was an interesting thing to bring up, is that yes, I have done a physical transformation, but honestly, within probably the first 2 weeks after I do this, I'm gonna gain a pretty decent amount back. Don't think that this is like the end-all to be-all awesome diets that it is. Now, some of the things I've been getting a lot of hate and praise and support, but I'm just surprised at a lot of the hate online. I don't know why someone would say I'm lying. There was a weird, for some reason, because I do daily TikTok videos and Twitter videos, so follow me on all those other social media stuff. Like I say, the links are those in the bottom of the description. One just blew up and went 20,000 views or something like that. And people started asking questions, and I try to respond to every single one of them. And people were just like, you're faking it. You're not doing this. This is impossible. My friend did this and they died from it, or got permanent liver damage. I was doing this in my 20s in college and blah. Okay, guys, hold on. This is not an abuse of alcohol. This is not a college binge thing. This is not to be impressive. This is it is over 400 years old, but still a scientifically proven method of a fast. It's perfectly fine if you do it correctly. You don't have Coors Light, a whole pack a day, Coors Light does not have the calorie consumption to do that. And on top of that, you're taking in way too much liquid and way too much CO2. You have to have high calorie, high alcoholic beers. The more alcohol you have, the higher calorie, but then you need to counteract that with a lot of water so your liver and kidneys are fine. You're still going to need to intake some form of your vitamins. So you're still probably going to need to take at least a daily vitamin, which I do, okay? So all I have is a daily vitamin, a bunch of water, around 4 liters a day, and beer. Now, because of all of that, I only need about 4 to 5 beers a day. That's really it. But the week 4 issue started coming up, and the other interesting thing was I, for a couple of days, didn't need 4 beers. I only needed 3. And this was very interesting for me. It was very odd because my energy level was actually at probably, I would say, its highest it has ever been during this whole entire time. There was a point, actually, now that I remember, in week 3, an interesting thing started happening. I started gaining weight. I would gain weight for 2 days, then drop. Then gain weight for 2 days, then drop it. It was a very interesting thing. I don't know how to explain it because it didn't change anything, but that was just a very interesting note. We'll get more into that at the end when I'm all done and I do a big video. I got some friends coming over to do another shoot for an April Fool's. By the time this video is released, that will probably actually already be out because I'm a little behind on these videos, so I'm sorry about that. Editing and my job and just day-to-day stuff, you know. I don't make like money off of these videos, guys, and that was another thing people kept claiming I'm doing, is that I'm promoting these brands or just trying to make hundreds of millions of dollars on YouTube and become viral famous. No, I just do this because I like doing it. I used to own a tap room. I really liked beer, but I put my family first in front of that. But I said, look, I have a camera, I have a little extra spare change around the place, then I could afford to do a hobby. What's my hobby? Well, I do like beer, I do like brewing beer, I do like drinking beer. Let's talk about that on the internet. And it's a very niche market, so I don't see a whole lot of YouTubers making a whole lot of money off of beer here, okay? I could easily be talking anything else. I'm the type of guy, I have like a rhino skin. It really doesn't bother me. So it was like, I'd actually kind of do like a little bit of the hate because it gets me the chance to sharpen my trolling skills. So that's always fun. So yeah, it's just been an interesting ride. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hungry. That actually has been one of the weirdest other psychological things to get over, is during week 3 and week 4, I had very high energy, like I said, and the idea of I'm hungry or I'm losing energy, drink a beer. I am taught not to do that. I've been taught and trained to, I'm gonna go handle a power tool. Don't drink alcohol or a beer. You know, you need to drink water or whatever. But it's like, okay, I'm hungry, I need energy. The only way I can do that, and then it's so weird, within 10 minutes after drinking a beer, I'm like, it's like, yeah. So it's just been a really weird ride. In my brain, I'm just like, okay, I'm good to go. Yeah, 46 is pretty big. It is correct. It is very, very boring. I am tired of drinking beer. It's not that, it's just, I love beer and I love the flavors, but it's, man, the selection you gotta go through. And I thought, you always hear people now saying, what's that one beer you're gonna go to? Man, you do this beer, there ain't that one beer. After a week, you're like, I never wanna drink that beer again. This is actually a really good beer. But I'm done with IPAs, for at least right now. It's like, I still need them because I still love the flavors, but my goodness, I need breweries in Oregon to brew something else. I need farmhouses, I need saisons, I need lambics, I need more of that. And you can get those, honestly, you can. They're just even more expensive, so I'm still trying to keep this under a budget, which I will go over the cost of this in my end. So What I think I'd like to know from you guys right now is what information would you like to know in the end? Would you like to know how much this costs? What did this do? Did it save any money? I will be doing a weight and body transformation, so you will get to see that. I did not get a chance to get into a doctor just because of the particular times that we're in. Then they said, no, we have to do a virtual meeting first, and then after that, we'll schedule you for another 3 weeks after that. I was like, I'm going to be in the middle of this. I'm sorry. I thought, I'm just going for a little checkup. I could be in like next week. Nope, that's not gonna happen. So I didn't get a chance to do like the whole blood work physical type thing, and I'm not gonna go and buy a couple $100 machine just to measure my blood work. So there's that. Sorry, I don't have that data. So let me know in the comments below what data and information you'd like me to think about and gather for you that I can. And then that way I can present it to you. Probably be about a little, maybe a week to 2 weeks after Easter, so end of April-ish, I think the video will be coming out. So, but then there's that. So cheers guys, see you guys week 5 or the next video. Did I say hit like and subscribe? I think I said hit like and subscribe. Hit like and subscribe.